blinking? Is it blinking? Yeah. My name is Josh Marcotte and this is Extreme Fishing. You got something, Josh?
Yes I have. It'd be a fish. Oh, look at the jump.
Should be a slippery fish. Hey!
Keep the film on.
I'm still filming you.
Come on now, yeah. That's a much better size water, isn't it? No, you lose it. And just scrape that red shit out from the inside. Oh, look at that. Is that it's hard, is it? It's a big fish. It's almost as big as you, buddy. Want to give it a kiss? Give it a little kiss. Mwah. Right here we have a good old Kiwi Kahawai. Look at that tail.
Went up on the hill about 12 o'clock. Reached right back and got me a pole. Went to the hard one, got me a hook. Placed that line right on that hook. Says you've been fishing all the time. I'm a-gonna fish you too. I bet your life, your loving wife, catch for fishing you. Any fish bite, got good bait. Here's a little something I would like to lay. Any fish bite, got good bait. I'm a-gonna fish you. Yes, I'm gonna fish you. I'm a-gonna fish you too. Catfish swimming around. I got so hungry, didn't know what to do. I'm gonna get me a catfish too. Yeah, you've been fishing all the time. I'm gonna fish it too. I bet your life, your loving wife, catch for fishing you. Any fish bite, got good bait. Here's a little something I would like to relate. Any fish bite, got good bait. I'm gonna fish it. Yes, I'm gonna fish it. I'm gonna fish it too.
Made it. Deep in the depths of the Southern Alps, New Zealand. About 25 kilometres up a river. Probably a bit more actually, that's as the crow flies, so it takes about 6 or 7 hours to walk in here. I've got my kayak down there, so hopefully it's going to take me 2 hours to kayak back out. Yeah, up here trapping possums for a week. I'm going to set my tent up against that bush edge right there. There's plenty of deer sign all over the place and also possum shit, so it's looking pretty good. A couple of friends of mine from the Northern Hemisphere were quite intrigued when they heard that in the winter time I was a possum plucker. So I just walked around in the woods plucking possums, so to speak. So here's a little video to kind of explain to you guys what I do for a job in the winter, and This is my office. It's she's fairly open. Air conditioning doesn't always work, and sometimes the roof leaks a wee bit, but it's pretty good. Bit lonely sometimes. I end up talking to myself quite a lot, doing all sorts of other crazy shit which I won't go into. So this is my life as a possum trapper in the winter, trapping fur. Oh, son of a bitch! So what happens is the possum's cruising along, just having a good old day, and he stops when he sees that flower on the tree, and he goes up, and he's quite interested in this stuff, so he comes up and has a look at it, and he has a little sniff on that, and then next thing you know, he stands in the trap. There we go, stands in the trap, gets his leg, and he freaks out for a little bit, and then he just ends up just curling up and going have a good old sleep there. Once the effects of the white stuff wear off, has a little nap, and then the hunter comes along, the Possum Whisperer, and just gives him a nice little pat on the head with his possum whispering stick. I can remember when I was a kid, I used to quite like the Richard Scarry books, What Do People Do All Day. And I always figured I'd either end up as a fireman, or turns out there's not many fires in the New Zealand forest, so that didn't happen, or a lumberjack. I kind of like the idea of floating down the river on logs, standing on the logs with the big massive pike handle thingies and pushing logs down a river. That really appealed to me till I'm lost already here. You wouldn't think I did this every day. And yeah, so I kind of ended up as a raft guide, and when I had kids it wasn't a viable option to drag them all around the world with me. $10,000 for an air ticket for the family. So I ended up trapping possums over winter, getting into the fur trapping business. And this trap here hasn't been touched. So this is the last day I'm trapping this area, and then I'll pull all my traps out. So, I'm not sure if you can see that river behind me, but I'm on the edge of a big bluff here, and then I'll move to a different area, helicopter in a bit further down south, and try to get to a place where the Department of Conservation hasn't spread 1080 poison around like they're so good at doing. Found a marrowberry. There's little red berries in there. It's so delicious. Mostly pip, not much berry on there. That one was flavoured with a bit of possum here. Went down quite nicely. You can hear chains rattling up ahead. There he is. He's not having a good day, poor fella. And this stuff, this lovely soft possum fur, gets sent to China where they make it into underpants, bras, shirts, all sorts of wonderful stuff, suits for all the rich Russians. On this week's exciting episode of Cooking with Kristen, this is Kristen. We're going to show you how to turn 2 delicious legs of goat into 2 delicious legs of lamb. First of all, I'm going to show you a really good way to separate garlic from its skin. So you need 2 pots, a bunch of garlic, chuck your garlic into the pot and then shake it, shake the shit out of it 70 times.
It's exactly what it's like when Josh brushes his teeth too.
Just pick them out.
Now I'm going to take all the garlic and the rosemary, the thyme, the sage and the bay leaves and put them all in this mortar and pestle and grind it up really well. Put in a little bit of salt, rock salt if you have it, and pepper. So once this is nice and pasty, you want to put about a tablespoon of honey in. And the same with some whole grain mustard. Maybe a little bit less, large teaspoon. And a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon again. And give it another good grind. So once this is all mixed up and nice and pasty, you're going to want to grab your meat and just rub it in. Not my favorite part. Once that's all rubbed in, some pepper and some salt. Not too much salt because it can dehydrate the meat. If you have a rack, you can put your meat on. Stick it on there. And just put a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan for the dripping. Just to cover maybe ½ centimeter in the bottom. And cook it at 180 for a couple of hours. I didn't know what to say there.
Are you sure it's 180?
I don't know.
Are you just guessing here?
Well, I don't even have the oven turned on yet.
Oh, do we have to preheat the oven?
Yeah, preheat the oven.
Shit.
Preheat the oven to, 180.
Do we need to call my mum?
I think maybe we should change it to the Cooking with Josh show.
Oh.
Yeah, 180 for about 2 hours. It's not too not too big of a chunk. Ouch. It's starting to burn my hands.
Well, thanks for watching this week's episode, folks. I was going to get up this morning and go hunting, but I came down to the river mouth instead to see if there was any whitebait around, and lo and behold, there seems to be a few poking their noses out. So I'm going to hang out here for the rest of the morning till the tide comes in. Next week, I'm going to show you fellas how to skin a possum, and as well as doing a bit of other stuff. I'm not too sure what we'll be up to, but should be worth a watch. See you then.